On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They start the drive with Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's Willis. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down. A gain of 14, and the Colts first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Willis. And he can't get rid of it, he's taken down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Here we go. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. 3rd down, it's Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This is a 49-yard attempt, right hash. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down, being chased out left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. 43 yards on the punt. 7-yard return, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
It's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd down, here's Willis. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
On any explosive run. The ground shaking, and that's from the offensive lineman creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd and inches, Burrow. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Texans at 8-2 on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Gotta go. Stop.
And they'll run with Etienne. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Travis Etienne, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the jump.
2nd and 8 coming up. Here's Willis. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow, he's going to look deep down the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Burrow on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Or whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Ed one told me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Play fake. Here's Willis.
Under pressure, they got him again. B.J. Hill. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And certainly not the greatest of kicks there. This one will be down inside their own 40-yard line.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11.
And they go play action now. Burrow steps away. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
And the Colts are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. There on the tackle, Amani Oruwariye. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On the return, here's Agnew. A very good return that time. 18 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Completes it to Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Texans. Evan Ingram, 41 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. After the sack on first down, Willis. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Willis. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here we go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Burrow on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And he fields it cleanly. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And they will take over first and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
And not that the coach asked me, but I do like the call there to start the drive. Looking for something maybe to jumpstart this offense. And they decided to run a little screenplay. Maybe give their running back a little bit of space. Mission accomplished. He turns that into good yardage and a quick first down.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Texans are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where is he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
First down. Here's Burrow. And that's complete to Cooks. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. A shotgun snap and a give to ETN. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 40 now on second down. Burrow. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On first and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead third quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder, because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Burrow will throw. Screenplay, here's ETN. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there. Borregales now on for the point after.
He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On 3rd down, it's Willis. They'll set up the screen here to Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they'll bring up 4th down.
Well, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. In that play, they wound up losing yardage.
Ready, go, check.
Willis, 4th down, has to have it.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
No, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it on.
Yeah, and so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with the lead, fourth quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They've kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. To the air on first down, here's Willis. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Shotgun snap to Willis. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side, and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Willis, gotta have this one.
The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Here we go. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Burrow on play action. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Etienne up the middle.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. And his kick here is good.
So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
First and 10, Willis.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Willis. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up the 3rd down.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Now Willis on 4th down. He's got the 1st down and more than that.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking.
Touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and he'll come up empty on the try for 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Texans will burn the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Ball one, ready?
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
3rd and 2. Now Burrow. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Tariq Woolen picks it.
I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. To throw on 2nd and 10. Willis. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got him.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling. And now here's another interception.
Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
Now Burrow. Yeah, he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. They kind of